At the height of power and prosperity, when wealth flows like rivers and the world celebrates your name for generosity and virtue, one might believe fulfillment has been attained. Yet amid the adoration of people and the splendor of luxuries, an unspoken void can linger, a yearning for something deeper, something unnameable. What if the wisdom that could fill this emptiness isn't found in treasures or titles, but in an unexpected humble source? What if the most incredible teacher you seek isn't a learned scholar or revered priest, but an unassuming soul whose presence blends into the ordinary? This is the tale of King Janasruti and the enigmatic sage Raikva, a story that transcends time, offering profound insights into life, humility, and the essence of wisdom. Rooted in the ancient Chhandogya Upanishad, this narrative challenges our notions of success, compelling us to reflect on what it truly means to live a fulfilled life. In the grand palace of his kingdom, King Janasruti ruled with a generous hand and a kind heart. His reputation for charity and goodwill extended far beyond his borders. Temples bore his name, the hungry never went unfed, and pilgrims blessed him in their prayers. Yet beneath the surface of his apparent contentment, the king harbored an unspoken disquiet. He often wondered if his wealth and good deeds were enough. Was his charity a reflection of true wisdom, or was it merely a function of his privilege? Did he truly understand the deeper truths of existence, or was he basking in the glow of his worldly achievements? One fateful evening, his life took an unexpected turn. As dusk painted the skies, King Janasruti reclined on the terrace of his palace. A gentle breeze carried the sound of wings overhead. Looking up, he spotted two swans gliding gracefully through the twilight. The king listened intently as one swan remarked, "There is no one as generous or virtuous as King Janasruti. His deeds illuminate the heavens." But the second swan chuckled, "Generous perhaps, but he is not as wise as Raikva, the cart driver." This remark struck the king like lightning. Who was this Raikva, and how could a mere cart driver surpass him in wisdom? The swan's casual dismissal unraveled the king's pride and ignited a profound longing to uncover the truth. Determined to find Raikva, King Janasruti embarked on a quest. He ordered his emissaries to scour the kingdom, seeking out this mysterious sage. After days of searching, they found him, a simple man sitting beneath a cart in a dusty village. Raikva's appearance was unremarkable. There was no grandeur, no signs of spiritual attainment, yet his presence exuded a serenity that words could not capture. When the king arrived, he approached with reverence and humility. He offered Raikva treasures, gold, jewels, and livestock, hoping to earn his wisdom. But Raikva merely laughed. "Do you think wisdom can be bought with riches?" Raikva asked, his voice steady yet piercing. "True understanding is not a commodity to trade. It requires humility, sincerity, and the courage to see beyond the illusions of wealth and power." Raikva's words were a revelation. The king, accustomed to his wealth solving every problem, found himself at a loss. For the first time, he realized that what he sought could not be earned through material offerings. Raikva, acknowledging the genuineness of the king's intentions, agreed to share his wisdom. He commenced by elucidating Samvarga Vidya, the esoteric assimilation of all multiplicity into a singular reality. This ancient knowledge offers a path from the tangible material realm to a profound spiritual comprehension where all disparities converge back into the divine origin, Brahm. Samvarga, Vidya, explains that the world's elements absorb others, representing Brahm's essence as the supreme absorber. For example, when a fire is extinguished, it is absorbed by the air. Similarly, when the sun sets, it dissolves into the air. When the moon sets, it also vanishes into the atmosphere. And when water evaporates, it is absorbed by the air. The air absorbs all the moisture. In the same way, when a person sleeps, all his abilities, speech, sight, hearing, and mind merge into prana. It represents that prana is the basis of all sensory and mental activities, which sustains life and awareness. Just as air absorbs and integrates all the elements of the outer world, prana integrates and maintains the body's functions. Prana embraces everyone within itself. Similarly, Brahm, the ultimate reality, includes and transcends all existence. It is the immutable foundation upon which the ephemeral world is established, the fundamental fact that permeates the entirety of the universe. Raikva spoke of the elements of nature, the wind, fire, and breath, each of which plays a vital role in sustaining life. But he said, these forces are all moved by a higher power, the Atman within. Raikva explained that the self or Atman is the source of all creation. It is self-existent, beyond birth or death, yet it creates and sustains everything we see and experience. Do not let pride or vanity corrupt your acts of charity, Raikva advised the king. Give cheerfully, but do not give for fame. Give not as if it were your own, but as if it were a gift from God to be shared with others. The king listened with rapt attention. Each word dismantled the walls of ego and ignorance he had built around himself. Though noble, he realized that his acts of charity had been tainted by pride. He had given to affirm his identity as a great king, not as a humble servant of the universal truth. Raikva's teachings awakened something profound within him, the understanding that true generosity flows not from wealth but from the heart, free of vanity and expectation. Filled with gratitude, King Janasruti made a final offering, one not of riches but of himself. He vowed to live by the wisdom he had received, dedicating his life to humility, selflessness, and spiritual growth. Moved by the king's transformation, Raikva accepted his gifts, not as payment, but as a gesture of mutual respect. The village where Raikva lived would forever be known as Raikvaparna, a place of enlightenment and harmony. The story of Raikva and King Janasruti is rich with timeless lessons. First, humility is the foundation of wisdom. True learning begins when we let go of pride and approach life with an open heart and mind. Second, the sincerity of seeking. Enlightenment is not about wealth or status. It is the fruit of genuine effort and introspection. Third, wisdom in unexpected places. Great teachers often come from the humblest circumstances, reminding us to look beyond appearances. And finally, the interconnectedness of all life. Understanding the unity of existence leads to compassion, selflessness, and inner peace. In our modern world, where material achievements often measure success, the story of Raikva and King Janasruti is a powerful reminder. True fulfillment lies not in accumulating wealth, but in cultivating wisdom, humility, and a deep connection to the universal truth that binds us all. As you reflect on this story, ask yourself, what am I seeking, and am I looking in the right places? Thank you for joining me on this journey into the depths of ancient wisdom. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more timeless teachings. Until next time, may your path be guided by humility, sincerity, and the pursuit of truth.